Jonestown, the Life and Death of People's Temple, is a 86-minute documentary produced and directed by Stanley Nelson. He gives us new footage of the Jonestown incident in Guyana, Venezuela, as well as lots of interviews with some of the survivors of the incident. If you're unfamiliar, Jonestown, Guyana was a community created by Jim Jones. He was a pastor who created this sort of religious fervor thing, and too much criticism had him relocate to this commune in Venezuela, Guyana, middle of nowhere. And they basically made a town, city there. But this focus isn't about like the community itself. It's about like the fanaticism of the main leader and his brainwashing techniques. The term drinking the Kool-Aid actually came from this incident in which he convinced 900 plus people to commit suicide by drinking cyanide-laced Kool-Aid. Or not Kool-Aid, but a derivative brand. And it's some really dark, heavy stuff. They basically have Jim Jones' adopted son, one of the interviewers, and all the others who have lost people during this huge tragedy. But it also explains like how people, don't go into a cult thinking it's a cult. They go in because they want community. They want the religious experience. And, Jim Jones, he had a very dysfunctional childhood. So you kind of like see where that sort of twisted. When people get power, they can't help but abuse it. And Jim Jones would like start abusing people psychologically and not let people leave the commune. And then he assassinated someone who tried to go there. And then pretty much when he realized that shit hit the fan, he made everyone kill themselves. And it was just a really dark moment, and happened at the end of the 70s there, and definitely something that stains the whole danger of cults and abuse of power. But it also kind of like shows how boneheaded some people can be, because the documentary explains that reporters and a congressman, basically, or senator, basically visited the commune, and people would slip him notes saying, "Please take us out of here." And instead of doing that, he waved it around in Jim Jones's face. Like, who does that, man? People, like, is the equivalent of like you're walking down the street and a lady bumps you and gives you a note saying, I've been taken hostage. So you start waving the note in her partner's face saying like, "Hey, are you trying to like, you've taken her hostage?" Like, what kind of stupid reporters were just dumb in that moment and ended up getting them all killed because they tried to leave in a plane, and basically people shot at them with AK-47s and killed everyone. It's a quick movie that just doesn't explore too much. It's mostly about the survivors' experience and a little bit of depth into Jim Jones as a person. You don't get that many details about the commune itself or too much, because it's not long enough to explore all those aspects. But this is mainly a tribute to those who survived, who have the guilt of losing all their loved ones, and sort of how it went down, and a little bit more insight into the man who caused all of it. So Jonestown is a really interesting documentary. I was able to watch it. I give it a 6 out of 10.